The words, "This is a beautiful day in June," typed out in the night as therapy, or handwritten and repeated over and over, 100 lines prescribed as a punishment, change us. While we are detained after school, or now where you sit, placed in your mind by a poet or a psychotherapist. A summer sky is gathered with sounds of the warm and endlessly busy grass, some dust from the dry seeds of August and the insects of May, to rise up in white, alone, upon the winter pane and the paper. The words, "This is a beautiful day in June," in October, drawn past frankincense slowly passing on Christmas Eve, a wisp across one still and single star amongst all the constellations, delays some sheep for a hymn, where, if you listen, they shy at Gabriel in the wings. Spoken in Aramaic, the words sound in the midst of our detention as if my father, one of the thieves up there with him where they belong, is turning to the man on the cross who, with the last flicker of love in his eye, whispers, loud enough to belay the women unravelling at his feet, "This is a beautiful day in June." And before it was finally essayed in paint, before it was ever carved in wood or ivory, or written down 100 times before, after, or during school, you could imagine the passing of passion from the thief who kindly spoke across to the thief opposite as they watched that look in stone before it was, via Marseille, taken down for cathedrals to bear, and remained it in France until it was weathered away beside the mouldering buttresses in the rain. This is a beautiful day in June. He gave those dying there, above that green hill far away, their last warmth from words that sing, that kindle even now at their heartbreak, as the day goes down on the thin and holy pages, that fire the watery furrows of paradise as they frown. Reading as we sing of the desolate place we still think of as December, just over 30 years earlier, in the stalls of Bethlehem, the same illumination interfered with the features of Mary as she caught, momentous as frost in June, her newborn baby's breath upon her cheek as he breathed out and she breathed in. This is a beautiful day in June, until, as the wise men arrived at the door, she snatched him up from the hay, and there passed between them a sense of foreboding beyond her, from which he teased out for himself the good news, knowing, but not knowing as we do, the Bible paper and the verse. Whether she felt it or not, if you write or sing or say when it is not, this is a beautiful day in June. It can be trusted, especially if, like me, you were born in June and found in the breath of a storm, betrayed upon the deep, an intimation in your mother's eyes, as I must have done in her arms as I became accustomed to the light. Imagining her now as I saw her back then, sitting up in the sunshine in June as it shone through her window and she looked out across Lyme Bay. An intimation upon the wave of my name written in water, from which I could divine as she held me, once the first of them was over and the darkness was come again, that it was, as she put it, perfectly at the time, and in words years later, a beautiful day.